A six-pack of cans never held him back. Steve Clarke, it's time to go. Welcome back to Fog Football. Scotland 0, Greece 3. There's a minute and a half to go, but realistically, 3-1, 4-0. Doesn't really matter. It's time to go. No, you know what? We escaped on Thursday. Let's be brutally honest. There's a reason why we were negative. Yeah, winning's all that matters, but if Thursday was fair, Greece would have beat us by this amount. I'll stand by it. There's some good defender on Thursday, don't get it wrong. But see the night, or this afternoon, whatever you want to call it, man. What's happened? I'll tell you what's happened.
We've shot the bed. It's as simple as that.
Oh,
We've no turned up. We've been garbage.
Oh, my days.
I didn't agree. Listen, I didn't agree with the starting 11, but there's no excuse. Listen, we can sit here and say we're sick of Kenny McLean. Kenny McLean playing or not playing is not the difference. That shouldn't determine whether we lose 3-0 at home against Greece and whether we play absolutely this shite or not. And you know what? I don't think Kenny McLean was the worst player on the pitch. Christie was absolutely woeful.
Played out of position to facilitate Kenny McLean, though. Ryan Christie, right, has literally been one of the best, number 8 box-to-box midfielders in the Premier League this season. And where does Clarke play him? Right wing. So Kenny McLean, the guy in the Championship, the Diddy man, can play in at his position. That's baffling, right? And there's no disrespect to Greece, but we shouldn't be losing to anyone 3-0 at home, in my opinion. I don't care if it's, Prime Brazil or whatever other team you want to call it.
Yeah, but you know what? At least have a...
Oh, good save there.
At least if a Prime Brazil turns up and beats you 3-0 at Hampden, and they turn up and they play, you're like, well,
aye, but
fair enough, not a lot you can do with that, but
this is Greece.
Yeah, this is Greece, and they've been like Greece Lightning today. They've fucking left us.
Aye, they've left us. But you know what? It was actually a decent start to the game. Chances for Adams, who was pish, by the way. McTominay, who, he tried, but he did balloon a lot of chances, if we're being quite frank about it. Gilmore had a shot wide. But you know what? See, apart from the opening 10, 15 minutes.
That's as good as it got for us.
Yep. Absolutely brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Greece make it 1-0. Constantinos makes it 1-0. It's just a cutback. Pretty shite for Andy. I thought Robertson had an absolute stink of the night. Not that many people didn't. Thought Ralston was shite. Thought Grant Hanley was, as usual, absolute clumsy self, man. If I was to pick the best player for Scotland, who would it be? Honestly, I don't think I could pick anyone.
No, I don't think anyone's worthy of that title.
I don't think Craig Gordon. He gave the ball away there right at the end, but I don't think he was at fault for any of the goals. But I look through that team. Just unacceptable. We've said this for a while, me and you. John McGinn, he has went missing for us for, I'd say, near enough years now, man. You don't think so? John McGinn doesn't really know what's happened to him.
Well, it wasn't that long ago. Well, I say it wasn't that long ago. Used to talk about him being a £50 million plus player.
Yep. No, the problem is, though, right? We're a team with no pace. We're playing a 4-2-3-1, and we're playing, midfielders out wide. That never works, and I get it. If Ben Doak wasn't injured, he'd probably be playing, but Clarke needs to adapt to that, right? I would much rather move McGinn back to McLean's position and play Tierney left wing. Something like that.
Yeah, why couldn't that be done? Don't know. Have to go and ask Steve Clarke.
No, you will have to ask Steve Clarke that. They make it 1-0. It was a good goal. Greece dominate pretty much. Then Constellius plays it to Caritas, whatever, and then he just buries it top bins. The 17-year-old, and it just shows you, it's like, if that 17-year-old can start for Greece, then why can't
Why is our 17-year-old on the bench?
Yeah, why is our 18-year-old? Lennon Miller didn't even get a sniff tonight. And there's just so many similarities between international football and club football. It's like Rangers. I see youngsters that I want to play, and they never play for Rangers. And it's like same here. It's like no one can. Why is Kenny McLean starting, man? Yeah, he gets subbed off relatively early into the second half, and even earlier than that was the third fucking goal. I can't even remember the third goal. Take it away. What even happened? I know Tisola scored, but what happened?
Pretty much straight from kick-off, long ball, not dealt with, out wide. Ralston gets it to Christie. Christie tries to play a pass into the middle of the park, intercepted, and before you know it, Greece have put it in the back of the net. Christie just gave... I mean, I think Christie completed more passes to white shirts than he did blue shirts tonight, and that's not even an exaggeration. He was pish.
No, it was pish. We then saw a host of subs. We saw Hurst come on, Tierney and Ferguson. What is his? I don't want to say fetish, like, 'cause he only has 2 games. You know, but what's this Hurst guy done? Why is he getting all the substitute appearances, man? Do not get it. Guess there's bigger fish to fry than him. We then saw Conway and Wilson come on. I'd be lying if I said they did anything, but you know what? I do like Wilson, and he is one for the future, absolutely. I mean, he could probably give us like another 15 years. But we just petered out, man. This isn't a 3-0 where it's like, oh, we had a bad spell, but then we brought it back and we tried, we just couldn't get the goal. We created nothing, man.
I'm disgusted with how bad we played tonight. I think you can. I mean, there's ways to lose 3-0. You're like, I don't know how we lost that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like when Hearts lost to Rangers 3-1, I was
Yeah.
pissed off we lost, but I was like, right, well, you know what?
Yeah, but
That was a great performance. I don't know how we've lost it. But tonight, I'm looking at it, and I do know how we lost it. And you know what? 3-0 isn't even unfair. I'm not can't sit here and say, we deserved a goal or two, and, you know, Greece were a bit... Did Greece create chance after chance after chance? No, but we literally created nothing.
Yeah.
After the first, I thought we were the better team, like in the opening spell of the game. But see, as soon as Greece took the lead, we just folded like a cheap suit.
Yeah, and everyone's saying it. See when it comes to games that matter, Clarke's arse folds. To me, there's only one game this team has truly turned up for when it mattered.
Spain.
Well, yeah, Spain. But I think at Wembley they did turn up, right, in the Euros, they did. But, I mean, you look at Hungary. That was a disgrace, man. And it's like, I said this earlier in the preview, it's like, we actually had a striker last season who banged in like 30-odd goals.
Yeah, I mean...
And he refused to fucking play him.
You know, that result against Norway, right? That was great, but let's not pretend that was a great performance either.
We fucking snuck it, man.
As good as that was, winning to... You know, the performances they just haven't been good enough. They haven't.
It's like we've actually performed better in defeats probably, but no one's going to remember that. I'm not going to sit here and claim that's the almighty, but I mean I've said this for ages. Clarke, you know what? He's took us to 2 Euros. He says he's 75% going to step down after the Euros. After the World Cup qualification, and then because we probably won't get into it.
I think it's time to see what someone else can do in charge, like. And that's not me saying I want Steve Clarke out, but we're getting to the point now where when he leaves, I'm not going to be, you know, I'll accept it.
Who would you want?
I'm not really, and I'm not going to answer that right now, but there would have been times in the past where I'd have been gutted about Steve Clarke leaving.
I think it's time to go.
I can't say that anymore. You know what, I'm not going to say Steve Clarke out. It looks like he plans on leaving after this next campaign. We'll see how this campaign goes. I think he deserves this upcoming campaign. But, yeah, this result tonight was... And, do you know, it always feels like as soon as we're building momentum, it all goes to shit. I thought we performed well in the Nations League Group A. Got off to, you know, the worst start that we could, but lost the first 3 games.
Yeah.
And then we bounced back really well, you know, to avoid finishing last, and we were unlucky not to actually finish second in that group. And then we beat Greece away from home, and you almost felt like we'd done the hard part. I'll be honest. I thought that 1-0 win against Greece, I thought that secured us. I thought, we won't lose this tie now.
Yep.
We ain't going to lose at Hampden. And not only did we... It's not like we lost by a goal and they've sneaked it on penalties. They've battered us.
Yep.
3-0.
Absolutely demolished us. Demolished us. Anyway, folks, that's where we're going to leave it.
I'm sitting here disgusted. Hit my redundancy in work and I feel redundant right now.
The only constellation is it's Nations League. We're not at the World Cup yet, but if you play like that, I don't even know what the Portugal Denmark score was. That might be later on, but
I think that kicks off at 8.
Play like that, Ronaldo will be scoring hat tricks into his fucking retirement home, man. Telling you. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Peace.